Shalom, everybody. Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth through rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. When I was young and I made a lot of mistakes, I got shot. That explains why I can't bend my fingers. You know, when you doing OK Corral point blank range things, bullets versus bullets, you know, somebody's going to get hit and fall down eventually. So, yeah. But anyway, this is Bakayar Amana. Bakayar Amana means elect indeed. Okay, I've partaken in the Passover of 2023, or the Passover of 2024, March 23rd, 2024, right? And so, you know, yep, I've been drinking a little wine after I got through eating the lamb meat. I just got through roasting it. The book of Exodus and the book of Numbers, chapter 9 through chapter 12, and Numbers chapter 9 said that's what I should do. You know what I'm saying? As far as roasting the meat, eating it quickly, I had to go and buy some horseradish, as close as I could get to bitter herbs. You know, I maybe I should have got some cilantro or some celery or something. I don't know. As time goes on, I'll get better at it. You know, like I said before, I've only been in the truth for a few years, a couple of years, you know. And the first year or two, year and a half, I was studying and watching videos and trying to study and going back and see if the brothers was telling the truth and doing like the Bereans and reading the biblical scriptures and reading along, getting a better understanding, you know. And so, you know, I was doing the best I could. I'm still doing the best I can. You know what I mean? Today, okay, I go by, my YouTube handle is Mataza Lacham 144 GA, which is my main channel. It's got like 600 videos, and then, or 500 and something videos, and then, but it's on strike right now. So I use my backup channel, Mataza Lacham 144K, with, you know, with the guy with the bullets, bling bling bling. Yep, that's me. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to let you know that I did participate, because it's still the Passover from sundown to sundown, right? So when I got off work, I worked second shift. When I got off work, I did as I followed the instructions of Elder Manata Zakba down in South Carolina. He said, just participate just participate and after you get off work. So that's what I did. And you know, I went out there, I roasted the meat that I had, and I'm trying to save what the little lamb meat steaks for my kids when they get home, you know, from whatever they're gonna do, you know. But I can't be till morning. If it is, I gotta throw it away. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to keep the commandments as best I could, because when I was a teenager, I couldn't keep the commandments. I tried. I failed every time, you know, and I just thought that you can't keep the commandments, you know, and that's how I got caught up in that Christian bullshit, man. Never again. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to go over a few biblical scriptures with you concerning. Oh, my goodness. Concerning, right? Because I'm on camera, so I can't use two different things at the same time. Okay, I'll be right back. Here, let me pause this right quick. Salaki, everybody. Okay, you know, I had to go get the Apocrypha out the car, you know, because when I came home, you know, everything was in a rush, in a hurry. I'm trying to hurry up and cook. I'm trying to hurry up, eat that meat. I'm trying to eat the horseradish, quick, jump. and drank the wine, and then I wanted to go. I had read the biblical scriptures of Matthew 26. Right, so I'm gonna go back over it again. As soon as I get it. Salakia. Matthew chapter 26. What did I start at? 17? Right, the Last Supper. Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Yahushua, saying unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? What we gonna eat at, man? Right? Verse 18. And he said, Go into the city to such a man. So this such a man didn't have a name. But this such a man had to have been, I was thinking it would be Nicodemus. I mean, that's the only person I could think of that he would think that highly of in order to prepare all of these things. Because at the end of the day, Nicodemus had the body of Yahushua HaMashiach and buried him in a sepulchre, right, of a rich man. Okay, that's the only thing I could think of that such a man would be Nicodemus. But I mean, you know, because he was a Pharisee and he knew the truth. And he knew the truth of the biblical scriptures and everything. And that the rest of the Pharisees were evil and wicked, and he didn't want to be any part of it. You can't blame him. Shit. That's how I woke up. You know, come away from all that Christian shit. But anyway. And say unto him, The Master saith, My time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples. Now, you know, back in the day, the scribes and the Pharisees, they had big-ass houses like Bishop Nate. You know, Bishop Nate with IUIC, that punk motherfucker, he actually had the nerve to sell out the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, his own teachers, this motherfucker, you know, that taught him the truth of the holy biblical scriptures with the proper breakdown and everything. And this motherfucker sold out to one of those Amalekite Khazarian Neanderthugs. They call themselves the JEWs, but are not, and are of the synagogue of Satan. They have no shame of telling you that they worship in a synagogue. Real talk, man. I'm like, wow, man. Bishop Nate, really? He this motherfucking Bishop Nate. I've seen that punk ass video. This faggot motherfucker. He actually had nerve enough to call the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I mean, I also noticed that this Amalekite Khazar, this Neanderthug, this murderous, bloodthirsty, ungodly savage, straight out of a Caucasus mountain, some goddamn where, you know, actually had they mitigated our debt. He knew who we were. So that kind of lets you know that something fishy is going on here. Them goddamn Amalekites have been watching the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, because the apostles and elders of Great Millstone is telling the truth where you will hear a forbear. And they're breaking down the biblical scriptures properly, the way they're supposed to be broken down. Okay, Bishop Nate don't do that. He's a part of the agenda to keep the people in darkness and confusion and not knowing who they are in order to receive a check. I think you're going to run into the very self-same person at the Last Supper as an individual just like Bishop Nate, with the same characteristics, the same greed, because Judas Iscariot was the holder of the money bag. He was the holder of the money bag. He knew the truth, everything, just like the apostles. But he was in charge of the money that was supposed to be given back to the poor. Knowing we all know that Judas Iscariot, if he was that selfish, that stingy, that he would sell out the Son of God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the sea, all that is therein in foundation and water. He would sell him out for 30 pieces of silver. That motherfucker was taking money out of the bag every time somebody put some money in it. Ain't nobody doing that shit but Bishop Nate. Anybody else doing it? The other people that are doing it, what's that weirdo's, damn, I forgot his name. He was talking shit on John the Baptist, Tazariak. And that weirdo Sakari that used to be a half-ass righteous guy. from what I was listening. And now he's sold out too. Everybody wants that money. Got to get that bag. Got to get that paper. Paper is useless money. It's toilet paper. United States $, toilet paper, guy. You can actually wipe your ass with it in less than 6 months. Did you know that? You don't want to know why? The central bank digital currency, universal basic income, you stupid monkey. You will not sacrifice all the benefits that these Edomite devils have given you. Okay? You're not going to do that. You're going to take that universal basic income. You're going to start all over at the bottom under the Internet of Things. Okay? Nobody's going to know anything about what you're doing on the Internet, what blasphemy that you're preaching, but other people that believe what you're preaching. Okay? That's real. Now, as far as us and the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and individuals like myself that follow in behind the righteous teaching, we'll probably either be killed, shot, murdered, or better yet, being put in the Elon Musk brain chip program so we could be reprogrammed and shit. One of the brothers at Virgin Island, GMS Virgin Island Straight Gate, said somebody told him a dream that they were trying to brainwash him with the mind chip. It was a dream he had. That's some scary shit. The dream I had, I was standing on a street corner. There was a huge explosion. Everything turned opposite. You know what I mean? Like a carbon copy of a picture being taken. You know, you take a picture of the flash, right? And then you can see everything in white is black, black is white, all that type of shit. And then everything, all the colors come back. Everything started to kindle with smoke. Woman run up to me like she was pregnant. But she wasn't pregnant. She was holding a baby. What should I do? I don't know what to do. Right? People were flipping out. One car took off, hit the back of another car, flipped over through the air like that, smashed into the side of the street, and it hit a tree. Bam! And everybody jumped out of the car alive. It was all on the same street corner where I was preaching. Okay? It was just immediate chaos. It was immediate. And these individuals jumped out the car. They come over there. Brother, what we going to do, man? What are we doing? You know, I got the Bible in my hand. I'm up here preaching. You know what was above me and I didn't see? It was the chariot of Yahweh, Shai HaMashiach. Guess who was in the doorway? The apostles and elders of Great Millstone was there. The apostles and the prophets of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and Yahweh Shai was the tallest one. And you couldn't mistake it. Hair was cut perfect. Okay? Big fro, all of that. Cool guy. All he had the grace of the Most High that had put upon him to make his hair gray. You know, he had the highest wisdom given to him by his father, Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahweh Shai, right? You know, and they was all looking down at me like I had shit on my clothes. But I was standing on the corner, man. I was doing what I was told when they got here. When they got here, I was doing what they told me to do. I was preaching. Okay? And I was trying to explain to people. And I looked up above me like this here. And the ship went over my head and went right off into outer space, man. It went right over my head and went right over into outer space like that. Fucked me up. And I said, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Right? That's all I could say with tears in my eyes. I woke up crying. Okay? And I'll tell you, that was the dream that I had. Okay? So, I'm a dead man. Either way. The second dream that I had was that I seen Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. He was taller than the street light. Okay, so evidently I must have been pretty damn short. Okay, indication of where it says in the book of, I think it was in the book of Isaiah, where I will make a small nation 1,000, and a small nation a stronger than 1,000. I will hasten it in this time. I keep trying to remember where that biblical scripture is at. But anyway, evidently, I must have been a little baby. The dream I had was that I had a dream where I saw Yahweh Shah Mashiach. He was taller than a street light, and he had this ethereal white covering, right? But it was like an LED light that was underneath it. Okay, I'm telling you, and the clothes were glowing like it was all based on LED light, but it wasn't that bright. But you could know that it was clothes, like he had a garment on, but it was glowing like a light was underneath it. You know, light was underneath, like boom, you know, all over, right up to here, up to the chest area. He had a gold sash down to the waistline, right, and then he had the border of blue at the border of his feet. Didn't need no sandals, no shoes, no nothing. His feet was dark brown, just like ours, right? Copper colored all day long. You couldn't miss that. Okay? And he had chains that were gold with bells on them. That's how tall he was, man. Real shit. I don't know if that was him. It might have been the Most High. I don't know. I know what I saw in that dream, but I couldn't get out to see him. He had a crown on his head, and you couldn't see his face. You could see his eyes within the light that surrounded him, his whole head. Within the light, you could see the crown, and you could see his eyes. They weren't black. They were brighter than the light that shone from his face. Right? And you knew it was him. Okay? From behind me, there was people. Where the fuck did all these people come from? You know, they came from, from different, they looked like they were from different races, different nationalities, dressed differently, weird and shit, that I'm not accustomed to. Women was dressed in skirt suits and pants and I evidently had been saved. Right? Women, men, children, everybody, all these people. Where the fuck is all these people coming from? Like, what the hell? How come I can't move? It was like I was restricted. It was like a dude, some guy was standing in front of me, in a like a starfish type of configuration. So that let me know that I was a baby in the womb, and I was looking past the attachment to the stomach of my mom, right? This is in the future. So I'm not going to make it. I ain't going to make it. Okay? I don't know what it is. I might have died a martyr or something like that, but I ain't going to make it. If Yahweh took off into outer space without me, with all of the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and other righteous men that was there looking at me like I did something wrong, I don't know. Did I compromise and take the chip and didn't tell nobody or some shit? I don't know. That shit hurts, man. And this is what's going on in my mind. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm having a dream like that. Oh, no, I'm going to stay to the doom to see if these motherfuckers will kill me. See if they put me in jail. If they put me in jail, they kill me, whatever have you, they're going to take my job. They're going to take my money. My woman's going to betray me like she did last time. No big deal. Fuck it. I'm accustomed to it. This is the life of an Israelite man, a so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, right? That's our lot, from betraying the Son of the Most High, saying that his blood be upon us and our children's children. That was the dumbest goddamn shit we could have ever said. Okay, real talk, because we are the children's children that are suffering all of these things. Okay, but Yahweh Shah HaMashiach's propitiation, that blood that he shed for us, gives us an unction from the Holy One to where we could still be saved. That's something scary. That's, I appreciate it. Because I really don't want to be left here and melted, man. From the dream that I had, I was left here with heat. Great fervent heat. Before I saw the chariot that was above me, there was thousands of chariots that were beaming people up, man. They were coming in sideways. You know how they come in? Okay, this is the sky, right? They were coming in sideways, like beaming people up like that. They were all over the place, man. It was beautiful. and cars were flipping over in the middle of the street, smashing into trees, motherfuckers getting out alive, coming up asking me what the fuck's going on. I'm like, what the hell? Wait a minute, hold up. You know, I look up, it's a chariot above me, and there's Yahweh Shah, man. And look me here. Wow. Something went wrong. I don't know what I did, how I did it, whatever. But I'm hoping it didn't go down like that. But anyways, like I said before, it happens. Okay? Clearly. I'm finished. Going back to the dream that I had when I was in the stomach, okay, there was an umbilical cord that was attached to a stomach that seemed like a dude because I couldn't get around it to see. I couldn't get around it to see Yahweh Shah's face. I knew it was him, but I couldn't get to him. And I seen all these other people behind me coming out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't get to Yahweh Shah himself, myself. I couldn't get to him. Right? Because this dude, which was bigger than me, right, was stopping me from getting to it. So evidently I was brought back into the kingdom as an infant in the womb. I had perfect memory of all of this shit right to this day, man. Okay, and then, you know, from what I remember, he was taller than a street light. Okay, he was taller than everybody there. He was just tall. He was a tall guy, tall black dude. That's when I woke up. It's because I looked up, it's like, damn, this shoulder's a tall ass black dude. Boom. And I woke up. I made a video about that a long time ago on one of my first channels that I had made. I had an icon of Donald Trump on his knees begging for mercy from Yahweh Shah with a sword. Yep. One of the brothers at Great Millstone had made that icon. I screenshotted it and made that my icon, you know, as Baka Yar Amana 2. That was the second channel I had made. And I put that video that I'm explaining to you on that channel. Okay, 3 weeks later, they took down the entire channel. Behind that, and what was it? The police were beating up on some old man that was protesting against something they did. You know, and I put up some biblical scriptures out of Second Ezra, or not Second Ezra, but Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10 and 11. Right? Let's get it. Is what I had read on the video, and they took down the whole damn channel. They did, man. So, you know, I'm hoping I make it, man. That's all I can do. I got hope. That's all I got. So, Wisdom of Solomon. Hold on, went the wrong way. Let's go over here, Tom. I want Baruch, Judith, Esther, Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, if I can get it. There it is. Right? Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon. Sorry, the book came apart. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow. Man, I need my glasses. I need my glasses. I need some. Hold on, y'all. I got some glasses. Got some spare glasses in my pocket. You know, from work. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you know, I didn't think I was going to be able to partake in everything like that. But I wanted to do what I could in order to make my election and calling as sure as I could. And from the dreams that I had, and I had these dreams way back in 2018 when I first ran across the Apostles and Elders of Great Millstone. But, you know, I was listening to them off and on, Big Judah, Seed of Israel, all these other cats, until the spirit of discernment came to me, and I could see the difference. I could hear the difference. So I cut off Seed of Israel, Big Judah, what's the name of who's the motherfuckers? What's the name of them cats over there? Yahoo and Deborah, whoever them Yah Israelites. I cut all that shit off. Because they wasn't, what the hell is a woman supposed to be talking? Because I was reading the biblical scriptures, but you guys are doing something different than what the biblical scripture. I didn't make sense. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Verse 11, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. That's when they took my channel down. And I put that one up. Because that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. They couldn't handle that. Took down the whole thing. Didn't care. You know. See that? Holy Bible. You know. But yeah. I drank a cup of wine. You know, I was tired. You know, like I told you earlier in the other video I was trying to make. You know, I got off work pretty late. Like about 12 o'clock. Came home. Put the meat that I put, you know, washed it off real quick. Just threw it out on the grill. Heated up the grill. Threw it on the grill. Tried to burn it up as fast as I could, like they said. I got me some unleavened bread as best I could find. You know, and I stopped at the liquor store and bought me some kosher wine. You know what I mean? And I did the best I could. And I'm still doing the best I can. Yeah, I'm sorry. I told y'all my dream, but I don't know. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't, you know. But, I mean, I wish that and praying in the name of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach that I can make it, that I can endure to the end, like everybody else doing, man. I pray every day. And and the La Shawan Kodash, the Lord's Prayer, I pray that the Holy Spirit is not taken from me. I pray that my faith is strengthened. Every day, man. I have to. From the way I live and the people I'm living with, I don't have a choice, man. I have to. Or I lose my fucking mind, man, bug straight out. Right? But anyways, Matthew chapter 24. Where was I at? Wow. It was Matthew 26. I'm sorry. Salaki everything. Okay, because I'm really trying, you know. I just wanted to let you know that I did finally I followed what Elder Menatazak told me to do and partake in the Passover after I got off work, because it's still sundown to sundown, so I'm still within that time, you know. And I didn't think about that. I panicked, you know. Anyways, where was I at? Matthew chapter 26. Verse 18, and he said, go into the city to such a man, you know, Nicodemus probably, and say unto him, the Master saith, my time is at hand, I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples. Verse 19, and the disciples did as Yahushua had appointed them, and they made ready the Passover. Right? Now when even was come, he sat down with the 12. And as they did eat, he said, verily I say unto you that one of you shall betray me. Verse 22, and they were exceedingly sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? Verse 23, and he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. Okay. Verse 24, the Son of Man goeth as it is written of him, but woe unto the man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born. Verse 25, then Judas, Bishop Nate, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? Yahushua said unto him, thou hast said. And as they were eating, Yahushua took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, take, eat, this is my body. So I did that. I ate the unleavened bread that I could afford, I could get, right? Verse 27, and he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, drink ye all of it. For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. So I poured me a cup of wine, okay, and drank it. Right? Oh, come on now with that, oh, I drunk too much. Hey, man, I'm just telling you the dream I had. Now, you pissed off about it, you know, that's on you. Okay, I'm just hoping that Yahweh Shah HaMashiach will give me a break. You know. Anyways, that's all I got is hope. What is faith? The substance of things hoped for. The evidence of things not seen. Hoped for. So all I got is hope. Okay. Anyways, because, you know, like I said before, I'm not a good teacher. I just started, but, you know, I have to show my works and my faith by my works, like it says in the scriptures that I should do. So that's what I'm doing. You know, when I go out to preach, I'm going out to preach tomorrow too, or when the sun comes up later. Anyways, verse 29, Matthew 26 and 29, but I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom. Verse 30, and when they had sung a hymn, they went out into the Mount of Olives. Right? We all know the rest of the story from there. But, like I said before, Yahushua HaMashiach, he is the Passover. That's the conclusion I came to, man. He is the Passover. Nothing else makes any sense, because if you go back, let's go back. Exodus. Exodus chapter. Wow. Don't want to turn any more pages when I have to. Yeah. Wow. Right. Right? Because Exodus, well, I'll tell you the whole thing. The swarm of flies, the plague of frogs, the plague of lice, the death of Egyptian cattle. Okay. What else? What other stuff, man? How many was that? Let's start over. The plague of frogs, the plague of lice, the swarm of flies, the death of Egyptian cattle, the plague of boils and blains, the plague of hail and fire, the plague of locusts. Right? Hold on. The plague of darkness. How many did you count? Oh no, I'm just the last plague, and then the Passover. Right? The Passover. Exodus chapter 12, verse 1, and the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, right? This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. So today, the beginning of the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread is the first, the first month of the year unto us as Israelites, right? This is what the Amalekite Khazars, they call themselves Jews and are not, but do lie, don't want us to know. They want us to believe that they are the people, that they have eternal salvation coming to them. Fuck that. What do they need eternal salvation for? The Amalekite Khazars, them motherfuckers, they got, what do you call them? They got everything, pretty much. They have mainstream media. They're in control of all propaganda. All mainstream news media outlets. Rupert Murdoch is a so-called Jew, and he owns all of that shit. That means, what you call his ass, the one that just went underground for $250 million, over in Maui. What's his name? Mark Zuckerberg answers to Rupert Murdoch. What the fuck, man? You know, and both of these lunatics call themselves Jews, right? But they're actually Amalekites. They're actually Edomites, straight out of the bloodline, the seed line of Esau, Edom. Because you see, the bloodline of each man, woman, and child goes back to the seed line of their fathers. Not their mothers. The mother didn't have a seed. I've never known a woman that could pull out a penis, right, and produce sperm, which is seed. I've never seen that shit before, unless they one of these what do you call them? Transformers, transmissions. Okay. Other than that, I ain't never seen that shit before. You know, it don't work. It does not compute. It does not compute. Okay. Real talk. So they've been pushing a lie for a long time. These Amalekite, Khazarian Neanderthals. They need to go back to the Caucasus Mountains. What they need. Anyway, that's all good. We're going to put their ass in chains in the back into the bottomless pit, and after many days they shall be visited. Passover, chapter 12, verse 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb. Hold on. Trying to read along and learn as I'm reading, because we're out of time, right? By the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls, right? So you got 3 people live over there, you got 4 people live over there, you got this huge ass lamb. Well, y'all gonna take it and split it, okay? But y'all gonna cook and eat it. Yup. And every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb. Verse 5, your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats, right? So you can have either lamb meat or goat meat. As long as it's a male of the first year without blemish and it's a virgin, no problem. Yep. And ye shall keep it up until the 4th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening, right? So that's what happened. When the sun went down, we were supposed to kill the lamb, right? And prepare for eating, right? And they shall take the blood and strike it on 2 side posts on the upper doorpost of the houses wherein they shall eat it, right? Now, we all seen the movie, The 10 Commandments, different renditions of the 10 Commandments movie. And they all show the same thing, right? About, how we had to take the blood and strike it on the 2 side posts and on the upper door of the post of the houses, wherein they shall eat it, which is the lamb. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head and his legs, and with the impertinence thereof. Right? So the Most High said, as far as the fat on the lamb, cook that shit too. Okay? Because you're going to consume all of it. Oh, yeah. So in the future, the next time you have an individual talking about, well, we're not supposed to eat this and we're supposed to eat that, that type deal, it doesn't work. Okay? Am I supposed to trim off the fat of the lamb? Okay, let's read it again. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head and his legs, and with the purtenance thereof. So that takes care of the fat, doesn't it? Okay. Ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. So if you got leftovers, you're supposed to set that shit on fire and let it burn up, whatever. Right? And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. So Yahushua HaMashiach became the Passover for us here in these latter days, the hidden ones, as it is written in Psalms 83. Okay, let's go over to Psalms 83 right quick. See, these goddamn devils, man. I'm just in a house full of devils, man. That's what I get. It's all good. I'll be glad when they come and get my ass. Right? Psalm 83, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consultant against thy hidden ones. Now, the hidden ones are those of us that are not yet aware that they're Israelites, and those of us that are aware that they're Israelites. Right? We are the chosen, scattered seed of Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that have been scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. We're the ones that are supposed to get out of here. Everybody else is fucked. They really don't get it. And then Esau Edom, the so-called white man with evangelical Christianity, comes up talking shit out of the side of their neck. God loves everyone. No, he doesn't. He lets you know in several different chapters in the Holy Bible. As a matter of fact, let's get some. Let's go over here to Isaiah. Isaiah 42, look at that. Isaiah 42, verse 1. Behold my servant whom I uphold, mine elect in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. Right? Now, this servant is Yahweh. This servant is Jacob. We all know that. Okay. Now, where's that other one I'd seen? I'd seen earlier. Oh, come on, man. Don't tell me. It tore open. Right. Isaiah 42 and 6. The Lord hath called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people. That's the reason why the men are out there on the street corners preaching to the words of the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to the people and breaking down the biblical scriptures, okay, in context. Breaking everything down. Every word. And Esau Edom can't stand it. It's driving him crazy. Right? Really shit. Right? And give thee for a covenant of the people for a light of the Gentiles. Now the Gentiles are the hidden ones here in these last days that through the wicked imaginations of these Edomite Grecians, through Antiochus Epiphanes, for over, 4 or 5 generations, this devil said it was against the law for an Israelite or a person that is a Jew to practice being a Jew. It was against the law. Didn't have anything to do with a white man. White man was Esau Edom in the goddamn Caucasus Mountains in the caves. At Petra, in the Petra Mountains in Georgia. That's where he was at this time. Okay? For the most part. You know, when they came out of the Petra Mountains in Jordan, whatever the fuck have you, you know, they went over to the Caucasus Mountains over there in Georgia, Russia, which is the Ukraine today. Why are they fighting over their own land? It doesn't make any sense. One wants to follow the commandments. The other one doesn't. And they're the same people, right? Didn't Yahweh Shah HaMashiach said that I have not come to bring peace, but a sword, right? So he's splitting it straight down the middle, division. And a kingdom opponent that's divided amongst itself shall not stand. So that's what's happening right today, right? Now, let's see. What's it called? Isaiah chapter 42, verse 7. To open the blind eyes, right? Individuals that can't see the fact that they're Gentiles or Israelites that have been scattered amongst the Gentile heathen nations, you know? To bring out the prisoners from the prison, the shackles of the mind. Okay? The prisoners of the mind with evangelical Christianity, Catholicism, Buddhism, Muslimism, the Mosaic or Mossad, or the Mosaic Islamic world, you know, with Islam type shit. Allahu Akbar bullshit, right? Then, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house. Right? Like it tells you in Isaiah 44 and 22, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes. They are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. See? So these Edomite devils have been putting us in prison in violation of their own constitutional law that they set up for themselves to rule. Did the shit deliberately and on purpose. Okay? These people are wicked, man. They'll fuck over the children of Israel, no problem. Okay? And now they want to screw over their own people. So their own people having problems with these devils. They've had enough. Can't really say as a blame them. Right? Now, we're sitting in darkness in the prison house of the prisoners of our mind and the prison house of the prisons that they put us in, not knowing that we're the children of Israel. That's exactly where they wanted us. They wanted us perpetual slaves. You know, even after the so-called Emancipation Proclamation bullshit. You know. Verse 8, I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. So, Acts chapter 14. Let's get him. Acts chapter 14, verse 22, goes right into that. So like Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, right? And that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now, this tribulation is Jacob's trouble, right? Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation, all of this thing is found in Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. Let's go get it. Wow, look at that. Daniel went straight to Daniel. Look at that. That's crazy. Daniel chapter 12. Verse 1. And at that time, this is a description of Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation, right? The time of great trouble. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. Right? And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Jacob's trouble. Alas, for that day is great, so that there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. But, he shall be saved out of it. He who? The elect of the house of Israel. Those that the Most High God had chose, predestinated to be for salvation here in these last days, the hidden ones. Make sense? Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. And that's how you read your Bible. So you can get a greater understanding of what the Most High is trying to tell you. Through the Spirit, of course. You know. I mean, it made sense to me. And, you know, I'm glad that I did partake in the Passover. You know, because it gives me hope that the Most High would actually give me a break. You know, I'm hoping that he'll give me the strength to endure to the end. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, I ain't gonna even lie, man. After a dream and a fucking nightmare like that, yeah, I need help. You know? But anyways, I just thought I'd try to call or, make a little short video. Right? Concerning the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Hosea 1 and 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, the elect, right? And appoint themselves one head. And they shall come up out of the land, right? Where it says in Revelation chapter 11, verse 12, come up hither. And their enemies beheld them, right? It says the same thing in Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. What indignation? Okay? Indignation means righteous anger, right? The righteous, wrathful anger of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in the form of thermonuclear missiles. Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 1 tells you he will send amongst a destroying wind. Same thing in Malachi 4 and 1. what is it, great heat? Let's see if I can find a great heat. Boom, getting great heat, great heat. Oh. Malachi chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yep, and all that do wickedly. Who does wickedly? The only people that could do wickedly in the eyes of the Lord are Israelites. The only people that could do righteousness in the eyes of the Lord are Israelites. Everybody else are wild, brute beasts, without a God, without a moral compass, and without any understanding. That's the reason why they worship false gods and statues that can neither see, hear, nor talk. So the Most High God regards all nations other than Israelites as wild brute beasts. Beasts of the field. Only thing makes any sense, I'm telling you. Okay? For behold, now, I'm not preaching hate. I'm just telling you, and I speak as a man, because of your delicate sensibilities and bullshits, that's what the biblical scriptures is saying. Okay? In context. Okay? Because the only people that the Most High would see in his eye are Israelites. And Israelites are men. Those are the people he's listening to. That's the reason why they're trying to pass laws like the C-367 bill that allows for them to pass unrighteous laws and decrees and mischief by law to stop us from preaching out of this book on street corners and praying for people and giving the children of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans hope. Not a false hope, but hope that the Son of the Most High God is coming to save them and no one else. All we're trying to do is trying to get them out of the way, saved, written with the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, and his son, Yahushua HaMashiach, written in their foreheads, so this way they can be saved. All we need them to do is not only learn that, what the names of the Father and the Son are, but to memorize them and to accept them as the truth. Therein lies faith and belief on their names, which is the key to salvation. Anyway, I just thought I'd try to let y'all know what's going on. Right? Malachi chapter 3, verse 16. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name. So, with that, I'm going to close out. I just thought I'd try to bring a little bit of edification and break down a dream that I had. It was a couple years back, more than back in 2018. But I still had them. They were heartbreaking. They fully persuaded me to go out and preach because I didn't have nothing to lose. And I've learned a lot since then. But I'm going to stand the truth, and I'm going to continue to preach and see what happens. That's all I can do. They're going to take us off the street. They're going to pick us up. They're going to torture us and do whatever else they're going to do. Well, all we have to do is endure to the end until we take our last breath. That's the plan. I'm hoping that the Most High will give us that testicular fortitude, that spiritual strength and stability that we're going to need. Because like it says in Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times and the strength of our salvation. And then what gives us that strength is faith, the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. For by it, the elders, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, had good report. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua HaMashiach. Shalom.